everybody, Tommy Star here. Thank you for clicking on this video. Welcome to another Blu-ray update, all my pickups for the month of August. So August was about the same as July. I had 52 in July, and this month I have an even 50. But a lot of awesome stuff as usual, you guys. Cannot wait to share it with you. We got a ton of boutique in this update. We got some Kino Lorber. We got some Scream Factory. We got some Vinegar Syndrome. We have an Arrow. We have some NVD. So yeah, a lot of boutique stuff. A few DC Marvel, a whole bunch of A to Z, a little bit of horror, a few Steelbooks, 2 Disney titles, and a couple of series. So that is what it looks like for this update. So let's quit talking and get started. Okay, we're going to change things up just a bit in this update. We're going to start with Steelbooks. So, a movie that I have been hoping would get a Steelbook for a long, long time, and that is Tommy Boy, an exclusive FYE Steelbook that took forever to show up in the mail. But, of course, I've already complained about this in the unboxing. Like usual, all unboxings for the month of August will be down in the description, so you guys can get a little better look at all those. But great Steelbook. I like the color that they chose for this. So there's the front, the back, spine, and here's our inside shot. Another title here I was really happy to see get a Steelbook, and that is the 25th anniversary edition of Casper. Just in time for the Halloween season. Cannot wait to watch this once again, like I do every year. But I like the color in this one too. I like the black. I think it does really well for Casper. But there's the front, Casper and his uncles. There's the house on the back there, spine, and here's the inside. And the last Steelbook here is Shutter Island with Leonardo DiCaprio. Now, this actually came out, I think a few months ago maybe, to 4K for the first time, but it only got a Steelbook. And I did, however, hear now that it's coming with a slipcover, I think next month or the month after, so it'll be cool to actually get the slipcover 4K edition of this as well. But I like the movie. I thought it had a cool twist at the end. Not like my favorite movie in the world with Leonardo DiCaprio, but still definitely worth picking up for the Steelbook collection. So there's the front, there's the back, spine. Really like the art on this one. And then a really cool shot on the inside, pretty creepy there. Moving right along to Disney, I only got 2 of them in this update. A couple more 4K upgrades. First up here is The Little Mermaid. This, of course, is the Signature Series slipcover edition. I had the all the digibooks for the Signature collections. Some are 4K, some are not. But I decided I want to, obviously start getting everything on 4K with slips and everything. So I had to pick this one up. So, but there's The Little Mermaid. And then the next one here is Aladdin, the, of course, classic animated one. Now, you guys, I've been on a mission for the month of September to officially, 100% officially complete my Disney Blu-ray collection. And you guys will see next month for the September update that I have 100% completely finished off my Blu-ray Disney collection. And I think it's safe to say I pretty much got every last Disney Blu-ray ever released. And this, of course, includes animated, live action, documentaries, everything. And that's about as much as I'll say right now. You guys will see next month, because September, this month is one of the biggest Disney hauls ever. And I cannot wait for you guys to see that. So, all right, let's move on. Okay, it takes us to A to Z titles. Now, the first one I'm going to show you here are a couple titles that aren't on Blu-ray. And there's this buddy of Craig's that he knows actually makes these Blu-rays. And he does the cover art, the disc art, everything with HD transfers. And they look great. And you guys will see in September, I got a bunch more that I ordered from him. But so far I got 2 for August. And first one up here is Ernest Saves Christmas. The first 4 Ernest movies are like pretty much the only ones I like. The other ones are fun, but pretty badly made movies. But the first 4 in the series are the best, and this happened to be the only one in the first 4 that didn't have a Blu-ray. I don't know why. Anyways, it looks great. This guy does a fantastic job. Ernest Saves Christmas, and then Big Top Pee-wee. You know, I always had the Pee-wee's Big Adventure, and then recently I picked up Pee-wee's Big Holiday off Stinky Tuna's website, and now I got Big Top Pee-wee. So, yeah, I think they look great, and like I said, I got a ton more from this guy. Just a bunch more titles that weren't on Blu-ray, and yeah, some really great stuff. I cannot wait for you guys to check out. So there's those 2. Was really happy to see Warner Archive release Michael to Blu-ray for the first time. Really good John Travolta film that a lot of people don't talk about really, but I enjoy it. It's got some good comedy in it, and definitely a happy tearjerker ending. So yeah, just happy to see this on Blu-ray. Definitely worth a watch. Next up here is a Stallone title I just picked up for the collection. I pretty much got almost everything now from Stallone on Blu-ray, with the exception of maybe a couple, 2, 3 tops. But from Shout Select, we got Paradise Alley with Sylvester Stallone. A pretty old movie. I think this is 1978. So this was after Rocky, the first Rocky movie. Stallone actually sings in this movie, I believe. But yeah, I was kind of disappointed that it didn't come with a slipcover, because a lot of times the Shout Selects, when you get new artwork, they come with slips, but this one got the new artwork but no slip. I don't know, but just happy to have that for the Stallone collection. All right, next are a few titles that I picked up for the Van Damme collection. Been meaning to get these 2 for a while now. We got Hard Target and Sudden Death. I think I picked up both of these off of Amazon, I believe. But just some, Van Damme titles that I wanted for the collection. So I'm working on getting all his titles on Blu-ray too. I got a little bit more to go with Van Damme, other than like Schwarzenegger and Stallone. I pretty much got all theirs, but yeah, happy to have these. All right, just a few more Amrays here before we get into the A to Z slips. But 3 titles here I picked up in the month of August from Stinky Tuna. Sorry. We got The Wrong Missy with David Spade. I caught bits and pieces of this on Netflix. Jess watched the whole thing. She didn't think it was that great or anything. But then we got Sandy Wexler with Adam Sandler. Another title that Jess watched. She said it was okay. I haven't seen this yet, but since, Adam Sandler, most of his stuff lately has been on Netflix, and Stinky Tuna has pretty much all of them, I'm going to keep trying to get all the Sandler Netflix titles. And then a movie with Jack Black, The Polka King. And I guess this is based on a true story. I don't know how good this is going to be, but it's based on a real polka singer. And it's got Jack Black, so, I don't know. Hopefully it's not that bad. But there you go, you guys. So that's all the Amrays for A to Z. Let's move on to the slips. So a title here I've already had on Blu-ray. I have the double feature with 1 and 2. But I wanted to pick this up because, 1, I like the first one way better. And this is the only way to get the first one with a slipcover. And the slip is pretty rare, but I lucked out on eBay and found a seller that had a cheap copy of it. So Scooby-Doo. So like I said, I got the double feature, and I don't even really like the second one, but I really enjoyed the first one, and I wanted the slip really bad. So I lucked out, and I think I found this for like $7. Unfortunately, it didn't come in the greatest condition. It's got some issues there in the corners and stuff, but either way, I'm happy to have it. A movie that I should have already watched by now because it looks really good. A lot of people are talking pretty highly of this movie, but Pete Davidson and the King of Staten Island, one of the latest Judd Apatow films. And I guess this has got a little bit of everything in it. It got some comedy, some drama, and it's like loosely based on a true story, kind of, in a sense. But like I said, been hearing nothing but good stuff about it, so definitely going to keep this out so I can watch it finally. Next up here is a movie. I think I picked this up off of a Facebook seller. I think I was looking at getting some other titles from him, and he gave me a deal if I picked like a third one, a third title. So I snagged this for like, I don't know, $3 or $4 from him with a slip. But movie called Killers with Ashton Kutcher and Katherine Heigl. I saw this like once, you know, a one-time watch type of movie, but I just threw it in there just for the heck of it. So that takes us to the 4K A to Z. First up here is the first box set that I've gotten in my 4K collection, and that is the Independence Day double feature. And I picked this up for a couple reasons. One, it was only $15 at Walmart. Great deal. You get both films in here, and I was pretty disappointed that Independence Day, the first one, didn't come with a slip, but the second one did. So far, every single 4K that I have slip covers. So I didn't want to kind of throw off the collection and get like a non-slip item, and then get the second one with a slip cover. So I just figured, you know what, I'll just get the box set. It's cheap, and we'll just kind of put that right up there with the slip covers. So I hate the second one, but I just wanted to have both. But the first one is like one of my all-time favorite movies. So just in time for the holidays, or we're getting close anyway, I finally picked up a 4K edition of A Charlie Brown Christmas. Now, I know they got the other ones, the Halloween one and the Thanksgiving one. Never was a big fan of those, but I've always loved the Christmas classic. You know, I've watched this since I was probably 4 years old. Every Christmas since then, and it should be pretty interesting to see this on 4K, because to be honest with you guys, I wasn't that impressed with the Blu Ray upgrade from DVD, so hopefully, fingers crossed, that the 4K looks good, but we will see very soon. Next up here is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows. I picked this up at FYE when Craig was here, and really just because it's the only Turtles movie on 4K. Unfortunately, even the first one of the remakes, it hasn't gotten a 4K yet. But it had a slip, and it was like, I think it was like less than $10. So I figured, what the hell, grab it. Trying to get the sticker off. As you can see, it's all messed up there. I'm really pissed about that. But I think the remakes are okay. I was a little disappointed with them. Thought they could be better. But we'll always love the original Turtle movies. Next up here is Bumblebee. I picked this up off of a Facebook seller because they had it for a really good deal. And I definitely want to get all the Transformers films on 4K eventually with slips and everything. I'm not rushing into it. You know, if I find them cheap, I'll pick them up. You know, I'm not, like I said, not in a hurry. I have them all on Blu Ray. But over time, I definitely would like to get them all. So, like I said, if I see a good deal, I'll snag it. And that's why I got this one. So, and I still haven't seen this. This is like the only Transformer film I haven't seen. I got to get on this. And the last A to Z pickup here is a title that I upgraded for Jess, Jupiter Ascending. We had this on Blu Ray. And again, I found it really cheap through a Facebook seller. And I grabbed it for her. It had the slip and everything. So I've never seen it, but she, I guess, really likes the movie, so I grabbed it for her. So, all right, that's everything for A to Z. Let's move on. All right, getting into the DC Marvel now. We have one DC and we have two Marvel. First up here, I'm going to show you the two Marvels that I got. These are actually Marvel imprints. And that is the 2-movie collection of Kingsman on 4K. Now, same type of deal with this. As I just explained with Independence Day, the first movie was never put on 4K with a slip, but the second one was. And I didn't want to just mix them up, one with a slip, one without. So I figured, hey, I'll go ahead and grab the 2-pack, which is what I did. I watched the first movie finally with Craig when he was here, and I loved it. I got to watch the second one now, but I'm just happy to have them on 4K in this cool set. And then the DC title here is the newest DC animated movie Deathstroke, Knights and Dragons, the movie. And this isn't part of the DC animated universe. This is, as far as I know, this is actually kind of part of the Arrowverse, CW stuff. I don't know. I've talked about this several times, and I just don't understand it, how all this ties in and everything. But it's a new animated film. So the first one up here is a new DC series, Batwoman, the complete first season. And I've been hearing interesting stories that the actress who plays Batwoman in here, I guess, isn't going to be in season 2, and they're replacing her with somebody else, which sucks, I guess, because everybody said that she did a pretty good job. But regardless, I had to pick it up for the DC series collection. I don't really know who Batwoman is compared to Batgirl, because I've never really followed comics and stuff like that. But you guys tell me down in the comment section. But yeah, cool new series. And then the only other series I got is season 6 of The Flash. I've actually been watching season 2 with my son and with Jess's son Solomon. They love this show, and I've mentioned this before, I've watched the whole first season, and started the second season, like, I don't know, 2 years ago or something like that. Now I've been watching more of the second season. It's a great show. And I can just imagine that all these DC shows are probably just amazing if I can just find the time to watch them all. But going to keep buying them. All right, taking a look at my horror titles. And this month, September, is when I try to pick up the majority of my horror titles, just in time for October. And then obviously, there's a few that actually get in October, but I try to get the majority of them in September, so I have them to watch for the whole month of October. But nice little stack, though, in this update. First one up here is a Shudder original series called Cursed Films. I've talked about this in my unboxing of this, but a original series that kind of talks about the myths and legend behind certain movies. Hi. Come here. Come on up. Who's that? But the myths and legends behind like Poltergeist, The Omen, Exorcist, just like a bunch of movies that people talk about are like cursed films. So I haven't watched this, but I've heard a lot of good stuff about it, and I cannot wait to check it out very, very soon. So what do you think? Right. I know. It definitely sounds good. Yeah. Right. So another stinky tuna pickup here. Extremely Wicked, Shockingly Evil, and Vile. This is the Ted Bundy Netflix exclusive movie that I definitely will be watching for the month of October. It looks pretty good. I don't know how much this compares to like the 90s Bundy movie that they put out, which I thought was pretty decent. But I heard positive things about Zac Efron in this movie, so we will see. All right, you guys, moving on to the slipcovers here. So this is the title that got released by Mena Films or Mina Films, but I think this was also in association with MVD, I think. But a movie called Brutal Massacre, a comedy. Some kind of a horror comedy film. It's got like Gunnar Hansen in here and stuff, and Ken Foree. But I heard decent things about this. It's got some cool artwork on the cover there, so it's just like something I wanted to pick up for the collection and check out. A new horror title here called Open 24 Hours. And I actually did watch this movie. There was just something about it that looked really intriguing to me, and I ended up throwing it in the day I bought it. But a really cool movie. I really enjoyed it. Kind of a throwback type slasher film. Jess and I both watched it. I gotta say, it had me kind of thinking at the end there exactly like what was going on. It had kind of a cool little twist at the end, but like I said, I really enjoyed the film. I thought it was acted very well. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I definitely will probably end up watching it again in the month of October. So horror fans, if you haven't seen this yet, definitely give it a watch. It's cheap, comes with a slip, Next up here is a movie I was like really pleasantly surprised that this actually had a slipcover, because I never knew that it did. I just kind of stumbled upon it on eBay one day. Every now and then I'll go on there and I'll type in like rare Blu Ray slipcovers just to find certain things. And this popped up, and that is Young Frankenstein. Yeah, with a slip. Really cool looking slip. It's got like a kind of like a metallic look to it. And to top it off, I didn't have this movie like on standard edition. I just had I have a couple Steelbooks of it, but I try not to watch my Steelbooks, you know, so, but I'm just really happy to actually have a slipcover edition of Young Frankenstein. Okay, and then the last of my horror, these are actually some 4Ks, brand new 4K titles from Blue Underground. We got The House by the Cemetery, which I mentioned before is like the third in a trilogy with, see if I can get this right, Gates of Hell, The Beyond, and then this one. And then a movie called The New York Ripper. And they are both Lucio Fulci films. And again, I never know if I'm saying his name right. I hope I am. You guys got to let me know down below. But yeah, Blue Underground just kills it with, has been killing it lately with their 4K releases. So the titles look good. I'm going to keep adding them to the collection. Okay, we're going to go ahead now and end with all the boutique stuff. First up, we're going to do the MVD rewinds. And we actually got 3 in the month of August, which is pretty cool because we hadn't gotten any for a while. And first one up here, this is number 22 in the line. And that is a movie called Mikey. Definitely going to be on the list for October because I've heard nothing but good things about this movie. Really, that it's just really creepy. It's got the little boy from Blank Check who plays like the crazy little kid or whatever. But so yeah, that's number 22 for MVD Rewind. And what's cool about this one is, you know, all the MVD Rewind slipcovers have like the old school VHS look, and the company tends to put like a lot of like video store stickers on it and stuff, and they end up being like a lot of video stores I've never really even heard of. But this one actually has video update on it. So I don't know if you guys ever had the video updates in your area, but those were really big, you know, here in Minnesota where I live. Were really big here in Minnesota. So it's cool to actually see a video update sticker on that one. Number 23 here is the double feature of Blood Fight and Ironheart. A little Bolo Young double feature here. I don't know anything about these movies, but they're just, you know, just looks like your classic 80s, 90s martial arts films. And of course, Bolo Young is was the main bad guy in Bloodsport with Van Damme, which is probably my favorite Van Damme film ever. But a cool little double feature, you know. It'll be fun to watch these at some point. And then number 24 is the Rutger Hauer film Split Second, which I've never seen, but it looks badass. And it's a movie I think came out in '92, and it got some cool new artwork. A lot of people are talking about this release, and I mean, look at the special features there, you guys. It's just insane. So that takes us to Kino Lorber. I got 5 new Kino titles in the month of August. First one up here is Baby, Secret of the Lost Legend, a movie that I replaced. I had it actually on Blu-ray, but I wanted to get the Kino edition of it, just to, you know, try to build up the Kino collection as much as I can. So a movie that I really enjoyed as a kid that I have yet to rewatch as an adult, but definitely will soon. Next up is another movie I watched a lot as a kid. And this is a newer release from Kino, but the like special edition of Space Invaders. And I never remember this cover, so I think this might be a new cover, but this does have a good chunk of special features too on the back. But yeah, if you guys haven't seen Space Invaders, definitely get on it. A Goldie Hawn film called Deceived with also has John Hurt in it. I just kind of impulse bought this movie. It's I mean, it sounded interesting, got a good cast, so figured I'd take a chance with it. This one here is a movie that I didn't even really know existed, The Taking of Pelham 123. This is the 1974 edition with Walter Matthau. I, of course, have seen the newest one, John Travolta, Denzel Washington version, which I absolutely love. Never knew that was a remake, and apparently there's a third one too. Somebody told me that there was like I think a 90s one that was like a TV movie. I thought I remember reading that in one of the comments of my unboxing video for this. But either way, Walter Matthau, Robert Shaw. I love like I said, the newest one, so I'm sure that this one will be good too. And the last Kino title here is just one that I had to get for the collection. This has been out for a while, but that is the special edition of Rawhead Rex, the Clive Barker film. And this is, it's got a slip box, which kind of sucks, but Kino's really been like killing it lately. They got a lot of stuff lined up in the future with some really cool stuff. A lot of first time to Blu Ray stuff, and even first time to 4K. They've been doing slip covers and stuff more and more, so they're getting big. But this is just that one, title that if you're a big Kino collector, you just got to have in your collection. There is a steelbook coming out of this that I believe next month in October, that I already have on pre-order. Definitely excited to pick that up, but I had to get this for the Kino collection. So that is it with for my Kino titles. Let's move on. So Scream Factory. First up here is the only one that doesn't have a slip here. A movie called The Soul Collector. This is a new release from Scream Factory. Didn't know anything about it. Happened to look interesting to me. So I figured I'd grab that. If you guys want to read about it. Sounds pretty cool. So I figured I'd pick it up for the Scream Factory collection. And then we did get 2 collector editions in the month of August. We got Phantom of the Opera. This is like one of those Hammer titles. I think this is like from the 50s or something, or 62, sorry. And then Tales from the Dark Side, the movie, which I was talking to my buddy Craig about this one, and apparently this is kind of like, was supposed to be a Creep Show 3, but didn't happen to go that way. You guys can read up on it, but Craig was telling me about it and definitely sounded interesting. But he says that this was absolutely fantastic, and I guess that I always get this wrong. I think it was a TV show. I can't remember, but yeah, just look at that art, just awesome. But yeah, 2 new collector editions for the month of August. Okay, so we got 2 Vinegar Syndrome in the month of August. First up here is a Malcolm McDowell film called The Caller. Haven't seen this movie, but definitely heard some good things about it. And when I read about it, it definitely sounded cool. So, every now and then, every couple months, Vinegar Syndrome will just kind of add new titles into the catalog, and I'll go in there, and if I'll read up on things if they sound good and they have cool looking slipcovers, I'll pick them up for the collection. So that's why I grabbed that one. And then the other one is a movie called Pandemonium. And I was really excited about this one. And apparently I've been hearing that it's like the cover just doesn't do it justice. It's supposed to be some kind of a comedy horror film. And it's got, a cool cast. It's got like Paul Rubens, Judge Reinhold. But I guess when you look at this cover, almost makes it look like some kind of a slasher or something. But I guess it's really not. It's something kind of different, but either way, I mean, it had a cool cover, and I took a shot at it. So I haven't watched it myself, so maybe I'll enjoy it. But okay, you guys, that takes us to the last and final pickup for the month of August. It is an Arrow title, and it happens to be the first Arrow 4K. I don't really know why I bought this because I'm not really a fan of this movie, but a lot of times with boutique labels, I try to stay faithful to them and support them. And, it's definitely something worth having in the collection, but that is Flash Gordon on 4K. Now, they did release Pitch Black on 4K. Unfortunately, it didn't come with a slipcover. I don't know why. The Blu Ray one did, I guess, but the 4K one didn't. Not really a fan. I didn't really like the Pitch Black movies. I don't know why. I like Vin Diesel, but I just couldn't get into those movies. I might still get it just for the Arrow collection, but either way, I thought I picked this one up because I had a slip and I kind of enjoyed the movie, but hey, it's Arrow's first 4K, you know, so I had to pick it up. So, all right, you guys, that's everything. Okay, we got through all 50 titles for the month of August, and like I said, some pretty cool stuff. Now, I try to talk a little bit about the next month coming up, which would be, this month, September. And I was hoping to keep going down, and I don't know what happened, but September has turned into a huge month. And I think it's mostly like just September was just a big month to begin with. I mean, just a lot of releases. And October, too. Oh, my God. October just has tons of stuff coming out as far as new stuff. But yeah, September just kind of blew up, you guys. I don't even know where I'm at, but it's a lot. So, yeah. And I'm going to try to get it out as early as I can. I actually tried making this update even earlier. It was like a week and a half ago. I went downstairs and I gathered up all my titles that were down there, brought them upstairs to hopefully get the update out sooner. But my days just get away from me, and sometimes it's hard to get the living room because you got, the little guy and, watching his shows and playing, and then, the kids and eating dinner. And I mean, it gets hectic in this house, but, at least I got a little bit earlier. I think last month I did it like on the last day, and now here it is, the 22nd. So I did a little bit better. So, hopefully, we'll give it another try, for the September pickups. Hopefully we'll get it right at the beginning of October. So that'll do it, you guys, for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Hit the like button down below. Drop me a comment. Let me know what you guys think of the pickups. And let me know what kind of titles that you guys picked up in the month of August. Share the video around. Subscribe if you have not. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye. A new horror title here called Open 24 Hours. And